I'm Johnny, owner of Blaze Grass Lawn Care here in beautiful Savannah, Georgia, and welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm about everything lawn care. New equipment, how to start a business, how to grow your business, how to get into the business, etc., etc. So today's video
Hello.
is dedicated to the homeowner. So I decided, summer's about to begin here, and it's gonna get hot. And usually when it starts to get real hot here in my area, we get a ton of phone calls, just a lot of phone calls, and people are wondering how much does lawn mowing cost. So today I wanted to just give you my experience and an average in my area of what you can expect and how to kind of find a good lawn care company to come mow your property. So before we begin, I'm going to be mowing a centipede lawn, which is what we have mainly around my area. I would say 75% of the properties in Savannah are centipede grass. So with the amount of rain that we have been getting here lately and everything is green, everything is nice and lush, we're going to probably mow this one at 2.5 inches, maybe 3 inches, just to make it nice and fluffy. Okay? On average, during the summertime, that's when your centipede kind of burst with growth. So that's when you want to bring the mowing height up. And I would suggest, if you want to have a beautiful, lush, weed-free lawn, to mow your property on a weekly basis. Okay? I understand that you see a lot of people mowing it every 2 weeks, every 14 days. But every week will give you the best look. You won't have all those stragglers. And stragglers, but when I say stragglers, I'm talking about the clippings on top of your lawn. And here's one thing: if you decide to have a lawn care company come in and mow your yard, automatically they are going to side discharge. They are not going to bag. Okay, here in Savannah, we do not bag. So if you decide that you want to have your property bagged, then the cost is going to increase. Okay, because it takes time. It is a different process. Okay, all right. So the cost of your lawn mowing can vary, depend on a number of factors, right? But typically in our area, I'm talking about Savannah, you're looking in between 35 to 100, 125 bucks a week. Now, here are some things that will kind of affect the cost of your lawn mowing, right? The size of your property. Some people have the regular cookie cutter, 1/4 inch acre properties, and some people have corner lots. Now, if you are in one of these gated communities or another type of community, your lots are a lot bigger. So then your price is going to increase automatically because it takes more time, more gas, more labor, all of that good stuff, right? Which, you should kind of say, well, yeah, it makes sense. Now, the complexity of your lawn is also a factor. Obstacles in your lawn, you have a lot of people that have a whole bunch of plant beds, nice mulch areas, flowers, whatever the case might be. You may say, oh, and this is something that I get a lot. You can just mow around it. Yes, but you're not factoring that I have to trim the areas that I can't, that the mower cannot get into, right? So that's going to take a lot more time, gas, labor, all that good stuff, right? So you have to consider that. Another thing that you have to consider is your back gate. If I can get my mower, my big mower, into your back gate, it makes it a lot easier, and it will be less costly than if I have to push mow, meaning I have to take the small mower and get in through your little back gate into your big yard. Make sense? So if I'm push mowing your yard, it's going to cost a lot more than if I can use my zero turn or my big mower and get into your backyard. So those small gates make a lot of difference when it comes to your price as well. Now, this is just some square footage that I'm throwing out there. You know, don't hold me to it, but to give you a sense of the prices, right? Let's say a small lawn, right? You're talking about a 2,500 square feet lawn. You're looking, you know, at $35 to $50 per mow. Again, other things will factor. Medium-sized lawn, you're looking in between 2,500 to 5,000 square feet. You're looking at $50 to $80 per mow. In a large lawn, which is, you know, 5,000 square feet and over, again, it depends also, you know, you're looking at $80 to $125 per mow. Now, some lawn companies will offer you an hour, you know, to pay by the hour. They may come in and say, okay, you know, we can come in and mow your yard, and you know, you'll pay us by the hour, depending on how long they are going to be at your property. And some will just give you a flat fee. One thing that you need to realize is in our area, make sure you ask, and they will probably let you know that your edging, that means the cutting of the grass that grows over your sidewalk and driveways, is included. Another thing that you want to also check to see if the trimming of the cracks, the weeds that grow inside your cracks, is that part of your mowing. You know, the blowing, the trimming, that is part of your mowing. But additional little things, one thing that I get a lot is the bushes. Oh, so you know, if I'm paying $65 anytime you come and mow, does that include my bushes? No. Bushes are a lot more costly because it takes skills to trim bushes, believe it or not. You may say, well, you know, all you see is a guy going like this, going like that. No, it takes skills to learn how to trim bushes, and it takes a lot of time. And you also have to factor that your lawn care provider has to clean that stuff up as well. So that's why bush trimming sometimes, well, most of the times when it comes to my company and other companies, is more expensive, because it takes skill and it takes a lot of labor time to trim your bushes. And that's one thing that the average homeowner really doesn't think about, right? So the best way for you to get a dependable lawn care service is look at the companies that are in your area. Look at the companies that are in your area, or if you look on Google, look at their reviews. You know, look for dependable lawn care companies that are have been out there doing what they do for a while. Look at their reviews. And another way is to ask your neighbors. You know, if your neighbor is using a lawn care company, I mean, ask your neighbor, hey, I'm thinking about a lawn care company. How do you feel about the one that you're currently using? And look at the work, you know. Um, does the work look satisfactory to your standards? Look at, how often do they show up? Um, that would tell you a lot as well. But I would also say, ask your neighbor what kind of service do they have. Do they have a weekly service, a bi-weekly service? Because sometimes a lot of lawn care companies, especially when they're first starting out, um, they would they don't put their customers on a schedule, and the customers will call them when the customer is under the assumption that the lawn needs to be mowed. You see? So that's another thing. If you're gonna get a lawn care company to mow your yard, get on a schedule. Why? Because you want the best service possible, and you want that provider to know what you're expecting and what your property is all about. The first couple of mows, the lawn care provider is feeling out your property. They're getting to know your property, the bumps, the dips, this, that, the other, what you like, what you don't like. Communicate with your lawn care provider and see, what type of, how they interact with you. Now, this is something I'm going to say, and it's just because of my experience, and I know other lawn care providers that are watching this video would probably not agree with me, but this is for the homeowner. When you get a guy that is by himself or herself or with an assistant, but it is the owner, you will get a better job. You will get a better end result 95% of the time. Why? Because the owner is on site. And that is the reality. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, I have lawn care crews that I can depend on. I mean, that's fine. I understand that. But when you have the owner of the company on your property, you're going to get a much better experience. Why? Because owners take pride in their company, and they will do the job 100% all the time. Okay? And when you have workers, and again, I have crews, I have workers, and I also have somebody who drives by and double check all my work. Why? Because again, employees don't take ownership of things, right? Because they're there for a check. I mean, you can't expect anything else. But an owner is more prideful in what he or she is doing. And that's enough when it comes to that, okay? I'm just giving you my point of view. Everyone have their own point of view, but I'm going to tell you my experience, and I've been doing this for a long time, okay? Enough about that. I'm getting off topic. But again, one thing that I want to remind you, homeowner, is that you get what you pay for. So if you're looking for the cheapest service out there, you're going to get the cheapest service out there, okay? That is someone that, is not as dependable as you may want to. If someone who's just go up on your lawn, don't know what height to mow your grass and what time of the season. So again, don't look for the cheapest service. Look for the dependable service, because again, this is your property. This is your home. You have invested a lot in your house, your turf, and you want somebody to come in and do the best job all the time, right? Yeah, that's what I would say. All right, well, let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions when it comes to the topic that I just discuss. And yeah, enjoy the rest of this video, and please like, follow, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if you want me to hit up another topic for you, something that you're interested in, you know, both homeowners and you know, professionals, because I get a lot of professionals that watch my videos as well. I'll put them in the comment section. And again, all I can do is give you my opinion, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Enjoy the rest of the video.